What exactly is leaving Destiny 2 going into Beyond Light other than the 4 planets? If you're new around here, subscribe to get more Destiny 2 content. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. Also, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter for any questions on this video or any Destiny 2 content. Welcome back to the Den. I'm the Bear Snack, and today we're going over all the information that we have so far that is leaving Destiny 2 when Beyond Light drops in November. Now, before we start, I have one thing to clarify. This video will not be centered around loot. We will talk a little bit about loot. But my next video will be a much more in-depth look at what loot is either leaving or possibly leaving for the next season. So let's start with the raids. We have 5 raids that are leaving: Leviathan, Spire of Stars, Eater of Worlds, Scourge of the Past, and Crown of Sorrow. In my opinion, the biggest loss here is going to be Scourge of the Past. It's one of the newest ones added, and not only that, it has one of the best weapons in the game, Anarchy. Now, if you don't have Anarchy, this is a must-have weapon. You really should go and farm this. If you don't want to play with other people, I highly recommend reaching out to groups on Discord, any LFG service that's out there. You just really need to try and get Anarchy. This weapon is just that good. Now let's look at the strikes. There's 7 in total, 2 from Io, 2 from Mars, 2 from Mercury, and 1 from Titan. The Pyramidion, Festering Core, Strange Terrain, Will of Thousands, A Garden World, Tree of Probability, and Savathun's Song. Now, I'm not really that worried about any of these leaving. I've played them a million times. They're starting to dull out. Now, if I had to pick one that I didn't want to leave, it'd probably have to be Strange Terrain, just because it's so fast. You can just farm it and get through it so fast. So what else is leaving with these 4 planets? There's quite a few other activities that people seem to enjoy, like Menagerie. That one is a big killer. I personally am going to be very sad to see that one go. It's a very fun event. It's a very easy event to do with matchmaking. And on top of that, it had good loot. There was a purpose to grind. Then, of course, there's Curse of Osiris in the Warmind DLC. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm not too sad to see this go, as Curse of Osiris was okay, I guess, and then Warmind was just a little bit better. Along with these planets will be Adventures and Lost Sectors. Io will lose 5 Adventures and 3 Lost Sectors. Mars will be 4 and 2. Mercury 4 and 1. Titan 4 and 3. That's actually quite a bit of content, which I didn't really ever play unless I really had to for a Triumph or something of the sorts. Now, let's look at the other side of Destiny 2, the PvP side, the Crucible Maps. Are these actually going to be removed from Destiny 2? Honestly, I really can't give you a clear answer on that if they will or will not, but they are taking place on these planets, and these planets are going into the Destiny content vault. So, if they do take away these maps, that's a total of 10 Crucible maps. I can't see them taking these away. That would be Javelin 4 on Io, Emperor's Respite on Leviathan, Meltdown, Retribution, and Solitude on Mars, Altar of Flame, Convergence, The Burnout on Mercury, Pacifica, and Wormhaven on Titan. As you can see in the background, I'm not the best at PvP, but I am starting to play a lot more. And I will miss some of these maps. Mainly, I'll probably miss Javelin 4, Retribution, Meltdown, just to name a few. But I'm really going to be glad to see Pacifica go if they replace it. But that's the problem, if they replace it. So again, remember, these Crucible maps have not been confirmed that they are leaving. But if the planets are leaving, and everything else tied to those planets are leaving, then maybe there's a chance. Along with these 4 planets, we have 2 maps in Gambit. On Mars, you have New Arcadia, and on Titan, you have Deep 6. Now, we do know that Bungie is planning on doing something with Gambit. I don't know if it's going to be combined as one with Gambit and Gambit Prime, or what the case is, but either way, we know something is happening, and I'm going to put my money on that these two maps are gone. So let's move on to some other topics that Bungie hasn't even addressed, like Trials. So, the Lighthouse in Trials is currently located in Mercury. Are they going to bring back the Lighthouse from the 9 in D1 to replace it? Or what are they going to do? Now, I'm not the biggest person in lore, I don't really know too much about it. And maybe somebody else does, like Bife. So if any of you guys actually know the answer to this, feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. So the next thing is the Tribute Hall located on Leviathan. There's no way that they don't take this away and replace it. I don't think the Destiny 2 community would take that very well. So if they do replace it, I guess I'd like to see it maybe in the tower or something that is easily accessible that you're at a lot of the time, that you don't have to go somewhere completely different than you already have to, like you did with the Tribute Hall. Now, another gray area is the Red War campaign that's on IO and Titan. Now, obviously, you'd still be able to do the ones that are on the EDZ, but I just don't see them keeping the Red War campaign. So I'm going to say that with the new Light players, they're going to be bumped into the Forsaken content, and the Red War content will go into the Destiny content vault. Now, I have a question for you guys. Which content do you think will be the biggest loss from Destiny 2 moving into Beyond Light? Put your answers down in the comment section below. And if you've enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to see more Destiny 2 content like this in the future. Until next time, Guardians, stay frosty.